Tomorrow is drive day. I'm driving over 2,000 miles across 6 states. How many days do you think it'll take me? Comment below, I want to know. What's the longest drive you've ever done, and how many states did you cross? So there are a few things I need to take care of before hitting the road. I topped off my windshield washer fluid off camera since I wasn't planning on filming today. So much stuff to get done, but I wanted to show you guys what I do before I hit the road for a long drive. I do 5 basic maintenance tasks that saves me money now and in the long run. 1, I check all my fluids and top them off as necessary, including the windshield washer fluid, coolant, brake fluid, oil, and power steering fluid. I purchase all my fluids from the Ram dealership except for the windshield washer fluid. Even though I don't change the oil, I always keep a quart on hand in case I need it. I do a lot of driving, so it gives me peace of mind knowing that I have an extra bottle on hand. 2, I replace both the cabin and air filters. If you go to the dealership for this task, it can cost you a significant amount of money. Instead, I recommend doing it yourself. Check your owner's manual for instructions or look for a video on YouTube for guidance based on your make and model. I have several videos out there changing my filters over the years. This is a very easy task, and I highly recommend doing it yourself. Saves you money. 3, I inspect my tires for uneven wear and damage. This only takes me about 5 minutes to check all 4 tires. I also ensure that the tire pressure is set correctly. If you notice poor gas mileage, it's often due to low tire pressure, dirty air filters, or low engine oil. I know a couple of people who have burnt out their engines because they ran out of oil. So don't let that happen to you. Always check your oil between your oil changes. 4, I have my tires rotated regularly and balanced as needed. I did not purchase my tires from Discount Tires, and you guys know that's who I like going to. I can't always find a discount tire, especially out west. I did learn that Discount Tire and America's tires are the same. Not American, but America's. And so that's where I go when I'm out west, is to America's to have my tires rotated. So you don't have to purchase your tires from Discount Tires in order to use that service. I've been going to them, oh my God, probably close to 10-15 years. Yeah, a very long time. And that's where I buy all of my tires from, is Discount Tires. I want to mention, not rotating your tires can lead to uneven wear and damage, which can result in unexpected expenses or buying new tires. So book that appointment with Discount Tires, get your tires rotated and balanced. It's going to save you a lot of money. I get my tires rotated more often than I should. If I know that I'm driving through a state that have a Discount Tire, I will schedule that appointment and get my tires rotated. The last thing that I do, I lubricate the rubber and metal parts around my windows, doors, water and power inlets. My van sits in very hot weather, it sits in very cold weather, and so by applying the lubricant around the rubber parts, it helps to keep the rubber soft and from cracking. I use WD-40 around my metal parts. Sometimes, especially around the water outlet, it can get rusted or corroded. So I use the WD-40 to keep that lubricated. I have not filmed that, so the next time I do that part of maintenance, I will film it and show you what that looked like. But I just realized I've never filmed that type of video before, but I will. So that just gave me an idea of what to film next. Alright, so basic maintenance tasks that I just mentioned, they can be completed in like 30 minutes. Less time than it would take to drive to the dealership and pay them hundreds of dollars for services you can do yourself. I am not a professional. I'm just sharing my experience and how I take care of my vehicle. There are many tasks that I let the professionals do. I do not change my oils. I don't rotate the tires. I don't do any of that. So that's all for the professionals. But what I mentioned, I do these things myself. It saves me money and it saves me time. Especially traveling to all these different states I don't know very well. It's hard to find great recommendations. Luckily, I have so many amazing RV friends that I can reach out to, but a lot of them, they're in California, they're in Arizona, but if I'm going to the East Coast, I may not have good recommendations. And so A lot of things I've had to do myself. And I talked about this many times. I am a diva. And I do not like maintenance work, even changing the filters or any of that, but I do it because it saves me money. So let's talk about my least favorite task, and I mean least, capital LEAST, dumping my black tanks. Oh my God. When I purchased my first motorhome, I honestly didn't think I could handle this. As an OCD germaphobe, I've done it over 1,000 times and I've survived. But I honestly say I hate it each and every time. I hate it. I hate it. I hold my nose. I get it done. But I hate it. When I had my first motorhome, and that was many years ago, I had looked into composting toilets and then totally forgot about it. But I don't know, here lately, I haven't enjoyed touching that stinky slinkies. What they call it in the RV world is stinky slinky. It's gross. It's very gross. And there are some campgrounds that I've stayed at. Luckily, I have a full hookup site, which means I have sewer, electric, and water. There are some sites you only have electric and water, and I've seen people, it's called a honey wagon. You pump your sewer in, haul it across the campground to go dump it at the dump station. I don't think I could do that because you have to physically tilt it over to get it down in the sewer drain. But hey, it is what it is. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Like I said, it's my least favorite. I wonder what my second least favorite thing is. I know that's the first. Yeah. And I also hate touching these water hose, power cords after they've been sitting on the ground. I am notorious for washing mines because, again, they have been sitting on the ground and they're going inside of my vehicle, so I do wash mines. But I gotta think of what my second least favorite is. The black tank is my least favorite. I just want to mention, living in a motorhome differs greatly from living in a traditional home or driving a car. So much has to be done before you can leave your campsite. In a car, you hop in it and drive away. It's not that simple in a motorhome. If I need to drive 5 minutes up the road to the grocery store, I have to check my tires visually, disconnect the water, the sewer, and power cords, and remove everything from my counter that might fall, which is a lot when you think about how easy it is just to hop in a car and drive away. Only then, after I remove everything off the counters and disconnect everything, I can hop in and drive away. After doing this for the last 6 years, it has started to take a toll on my body, especially my hands trying to grip and unscrew caps and pressurized hoses. The hoses has probably been the hardest part because once that pressure builds up and that line, is hard for me to get it off the inlet on my van, and it's hard for me to get it off the spigot. And so I talked about this before. I used to braid hair, and I had stopped many years ago because I was getting a lot of cramping in my hand. And then I started back braiding my hair last year, and I noticed the cramping has started back. And now trying to get these hoses off, my hands are going through. It's really been hurting. So those are things I'm not sure if anyone else have talked about, but I just want to mention it. But anyways, it's the simple life I've chosen for this season, so I embrace it. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much for watching my videos, for supporting my channel. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. So I'm posting 2 videos back to back. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Oh, I hear that train. There she comes. Won't you get on?